Do you want to become so tuned into your femininity, your intuition, and the energies within inside of you that you become irresistible and magnetic to the world around you? Well, you're in the perfect place. Welcome to the Cosmic Soul family. My name is Star, and here is where I unpack the lessons we can learn from the 78 archetypes of the tarot, because yes, I am a professional tarot reader. And we dig into these life lessons and we figure out how we can apply them to our lives, how we can use them to help navigate the world around us. And today we are going to be talking about how to tap into the divine feminine, how to exude feminine energy in the world around you in order to become unstoppable in this world. Now, if you're thinking this is going to be a video about me talking about what makeup to wear, how to do your hair, I don't know, how to paint your nails, this is not going to be that kind of video. Today we are going to be talking about tuning in to the divine feminine energy that resides within all of us young women who are tapping into our spirituality, all of us young women in general, but especially those who are actively trying to tune themselves with their own spirit, to tap into the spirituality that we were all gifted when we were born here on this earth. And if you too are looking to tap into those energies and become the best version of yourself, the most tuned in version of yourself, the most in alignment version of yourself, make sure to hit the subscribe button, because I post videos like this all the time, every single day. And like I said, we're not going to be talking about how to do your hair and nails. We are going to be talking about, first of all, what makes you you. Because divine femininity is going to look different for every single woman who's embodying it. And yet they're all going to be embodying it the perfect way for them. Okay, you look at someone who's a doctor, a woman who's a doctor. You look at a woman who's a teacher. You look at a woman who's, I don't know, an electrician. And they all are undeniably pursuing something that is in alignment with themselves. If you told a woman who was a doctor that the way to be in tune with her divine femininity was to become an electrician, that would not be in alignment. And same way, if you told a woman who is an electrician that the way to become her divine feminine is to become a doctor, the way to become divine feminine is going to be different for everyone, because everyone has a different energy residing within inside them. And that is the energy you have to tune into to become in alignment with the divine feminine. I want you to take a quick assessment of the women you have in your life, whether that's your mom, your aunt, your sister, your best friend, and think about what comes into your head when you think about each of these people. For me, I have a really good friend who loves to travel. She's traveled the world at a very young age, and that is not something I personally align with. I've never taken a trip by myself across the country, let alone across, my state or, nationwide, whatever. I'm not someone who's in alignment with the energy of wanting to travel the world, but she is. And that is something that makes her very unique. That is something that is a golden stamp part of herself that makes her unique to this world, that makes her energy her energy. Then you take a look at someone who is an artist. You take a look at someone who draws or writes, and that is a deep part of their inner workings of their energy. They channel their spirit through the art that they create in the world. You see some women in your life may be very into personal wellness, fitness. Now, that might not be your thing. You might not be that gym girl. But what I'm saying here is to take a look at the women you have in your life around you and see what sticks out to you in your mind about what resonates with them, what makes them them. And now, taking that and applying that to your life, the first part of tapping into the divine feminine is going to be making an assessment of yourself in the same way of what makes you you. What is something about you that is not something that everyone just does, or everyone just knows, or everyone's just a part of, that you very much know about and are a part of? What is something that if you had the whole day to yourself, you would spend time participating in. Like I said, whether that be art, whether that be travel, whether that be, I don't know, cooking, whether that be crafting, whatever it is to you. For me, it's spirituality, and it always has been ever since I was young. And I use this as an example to say that what makes you unique is not going to be what makes everyone else unique. Because as much as spirituality has trended in the past or is trending now, the depth at which I've come to understand my own spirituality and how to tap into spirituality is not a depth that most people are tuned into. So as much as crystals may be trending, or zodiac signs may be trending, tarot cards may even be trending, not everyone has dedicated such a vast amount of their time to understanding it, to learning about it, to becoming a part of it. And that is something that makes me unique. That is something that is uniquely a part of me. That is something that I will never get rid of, and has been with me since I was young, since I was a child. And so if there is something like that for you, if there's something that naturally resonates with your soul, naturally resonates with your energy, that is going to be the energy I'm talking about tapping into. And it doesn't matter what the people around you are telling you you should be tapping into. This has nothing to do with, not necessarily career, not necessarily, it doesn't have to do with necessarily what you are pursuing career-wise, but it has to do with what you are pursuing personally in your own life. What do you put time and energy into because you want to, not because you're necessarily getting paid for it? What is something that feeds your soul and therefore you feed into it? Like I said, this could be reading, this could be writing, this could be art, this could be travel, this could be, honestly, whatever it is for you, singing, acting, dancing, whatever this is for you, this is going to be the energy we are tapping into. Not because anyone else around us is telling us to, not because we're getting paid for it, not because of any of these things, but because it is something that makes us us. And that is the definition of the divine feminine, tapping into the truest form of your femininity, which is embodying what your soul was put on earth to present to the world, to present to yourself, to become in this world. And so by figuring out what it is that calls you in life, what it is that longs for you, what it is that you are longing for, and tapping into that energy, that's going to be the first step into becoming magnetic, becoming irresistible to the world around you, because knowing thyself is going to be the first step into mastering the world around you. And we talk about this in my videos because, like I said, I create life lessons based on the archetypes of tarot, and tarot goes in order from the beginning, all the lessons we learn, till the completion of the goal, and we start over at the beginning. We do this all throughout life. We start something new until we complete it, and then we start all the way over back at the Fool. And so tapping into the divine feminine is going to be about having a sense of self-worth that you curate based on the identity you feel of yourself. So not looking for people around you to tell you who you are, not looking for people around you to validate your own opinions. It's going to be about standing true to who you are despite what everyone else is telling you. And doing this with a confidence. There are many things you can choose to be throughout life, and there are many things that are naturally going to resonate with you throughout life. But the key to truly tapping into the divine feminine and becoming irresistible and magnetic is being so true and so firm in your identity, in your sense of self, in what you create as a part of your life that brings you your own value, that other people start to look up to that. Almost like becoming the girl who's known for something. So when you do think about your friends, your family, and you think about that thing that's like, oh, my friend, she's the artist, my friend that likes to travel. Those are things that if you were to want to start art, you'd probably text that person and be like, do you have any tips? If you wanted to travel for the first time, you'd probably have a conversation with your friend who loves to travel, because that is something that they have created as part of their core identity, as something that feeds them in this life, and something that resonates with them. And they've created it, that energy, they've accumulated that energy so abundantly in their life that not only do they feel the radiance of that energy, but the people around them recognize that energy being in alignment with them. Now, if you are someone who is wondering, well, I'm not sure what other people think about me, and am I supposed to curate something that other people are supposed to think about me? No, it's not about that at all. It's not about curating some idea of what you want the world to perceive you as. It's going to be about creating such a firm sense of esteem within yourself that other people pick up on it. And that comes naturally. That isn't forced. That comes naturally. And that's why I talked about tuning into the things that naturally align with your energy. Okay? Tuning into those things that feed your spirit, call your soul. Even if you're someone who's loves the aesthetics of life, loves to decorate, and your room is perfectly curated and looks very beautiful, and you have different statues or trinkets or things that really tie the room together, and when people come over, that is something that they think of when they think of you. And so it's about tapping into whatever it is that makes you you, and making it so abundant that the people around you, not only do you have a sense of self that you believe and trust in and love about yourself, but people around you start to recognize it as well. And they start to look up to you for this thing as well. So whatever it is that you love in life, whatever it is that resonates with you, that feeds your soul, that's what you're going to need to start tapping into. And the thing is, you don't have to limit it to one thing, okay? You may be thinking, well, I've been known so long for dancing, but that's not really what I want to do forever. That's just something I grew up doing and was good at. The good thing about this is, the good thing about tapping into the divine feminine energy is that you don't have to box yourself in. You don't have to limit yourself. So when you feel the energies in life shifting and you decide that it is time that you want to tap into a new energy, then that is exactly what you are being called to do. Because there is no limit to a woman's creativity. There is no limit to a woman's identity. You can become anything you want to become. And if you are having trouble figuring out how to start something new in your life, once again, go watch the video about the Fool, which is what we talk about there. You're going to allow life to introduce you to new things that you might not even realize are going to become such an important part of your life. You're going to explore the world around you to the point where you love exploring it so much, and you begin to find new things that resonate with you. You begin to find new things that become core parts of your identity. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell from my background, my hair, my little guy here, but I love bright colors. It's part of my core identity. I could even show you, the decks that I have just sitting here. They're all full of bright pinks, purples, blues. My cup, yeah, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's holographic. And that's part of my identity. That people look at me and recognize that I love those things, and I make them part of my personality. Those things resonate with me. And so as you accumulate these different things that resonate with you, the world around you is going to notice. And not only are they going to notice, but they're going to start seeing you as someone in an expert of the field of your own life. They're going to see you as someone who is an expert of whatever it is that you choose to spend your time on. And that is when the magnetivity comes into play, the irresistibility comes into play, because people like to appreciate people who are natural at things. People are good at things. When you look at a famous artist or a very good movie or someone playing a sport in the Olympics, you look at them and you think that they are so good at that thing. They're so tuned in with that practice that it just comes natural to them. Now, whether or not that's true, maybe the inkling to starting that journey was natural to them. They put in a lot of work and a lot of effort to get where they were, and that's what creates their irresistibility, their being magnetic to the world around them, is that they've created such a core identity for themselves that they're someone that people look up to in that field, which is what they have crafted a life around. And like I said, this is not about boxing yourself in. This is about doing this in as many categories as life as you are interested in doing them. I mean, yeah, I have a collection of tarot cards, which is over 100 decks. I don't know exactly how many, but it is over 100 decks. I have a major crystal collection. I have studied hours, tens, maybe even hundreds of hours throughout my life studying the art of tarot. It's a very ancient system that people can understand, but I've created a name for myself where when people in my life want tarot readings, they come to me, because that is part of my identity that I've curated for myself. And so whatever this is to you, whatever it is fully embodying the most true essence of yourself, fully embodying what makes you you, to the point where when other people think of that thing, they think of you. Or when other people think of you, they think of that thing. It's becoming someone who is undeniably themselves, a woman who is undeniably herself. And that is going to give you the confidence that you may be lacking. That is going to give you the self-worth that you may be lacking, because your self-worth and confidence are rooted in something that you can measure. And by that I mean, well, if you're an artist, you created so many beautiful pieces of art, and that is a part of yourself. That's an extension of yourself that you've produced into the world. If you are a baker, you've baked so many good items, and other people around you have tried them and loved them, and it was just amazing. And that is something that you've curated from your own spirit into the world, and that is something you can ground a sense of self into within yourself. Whatever it is that that resonates with you, whatever it is that you love to do, or whatever it is that you think you might love to do, you become intertwined with that energy, and that's when it becomes magnetic. When your energy becomes synonymous with expertise or beauty in a specific area of life. And all you have to do is live in spiritual resonance with whoever you truly are inside. Okay, guys? Like I said, my name is Star. I am a professional tarot reader. I post videos like these all the time. Make sure to subscribe. Join the Inner Constellation, which is going to be linked to my description. This is where I post exclusive weekly videos about lessons we can learn from oracle cards. This is where I post exclusive art that I'm making for future projects. Okay, this is going to be much, much more that you can get all down in the Inner Constellation. That's going to be linked to my bio and my description. Make sure to join the Cosmic Soul family by subscribing, and leave a like if this helped or resonated. Leave a comment if you'd like to share how this resonated, or you have video suggestions, and I will see you guys next time.